Islam. It is June the 17th, 2020. I just last week did a video about it. Seemed like people were coming into Burger King purposely with no mask on. I'm drinking water. As employees, we can sit here and drink and without a mask. I'm on Arrington-Bey, Islam, and I noticed, and so I've seen them like stand out in the front with no mask on. The ones I'm particularly talking about, they were Spanish. One guy was from El Salvador, I know, because he's a regular. And then another guy, also the other guy was Spanish as well. I don't know where he was from, but he was definitely Spanish speaking. And then try to come in a Burger King with no mask on. And when you're busy, it's easy to not pay attention. You're trying to serve and give great customer service, especially when you're trying to trying to take the order and keep up with the procedures, or if you're mentally stressed because of whatever maybe happened, whatever you might hear. So one of the things I noted today, just a few moments ago, another regular came in. And this once again, the Spanish guy was out there. That's a regular with another Spanish male. And I know he was from El Salvador because I've waited on him since I come here. And one day I just asked him, I said, "Where are you from?" And he was like, "He's from El Salvador." He's a regular, just having chit chat. But I don't know who where the Spanish speaking were from El Salvador as well. I'm just giving you testimony. Islam Dwayne Bafilbay. And so in my Moorish American nation. Let me say that, okay, for right now. Just a few months ago, another regular came into Burger King. Now, this has been going on for a long time. So this shows you how things could be done purposely. I'm not saying it was, but she said she forgot her mask, and she still came into Burger King with no mask on. After I took her order, I didn't give her food. I looked and I noticed. I said, "Wait a minute, you don't have your mask on." And she's would be considered African American or Black American. She said she forgot her mask. Now this has been legal, or has been it's sort of irritating, because they speak of giving people fines who serve people with no mask on. But when you have people purposely coming into Burger King and or come into your restaurant or store trying to catch you or do things purposely, it's like a setup. And so that means it could be a police officer doing it. It could be other entities. It could be the military, the United States military. And these are entities that have not taken an oath or affirmed to uphold constitutional law. Because why would you try to set someone up to get a fine, or even find the business, unless you are outside of constitutional law yourself and you're doing things illegally, all right, and unlawfully? So she is the second. I told her, I said, "Wait a minute, you don't have a mask on." Miss Phillips brought up the fine and said, "You just serve her. It's too late now." And I said, "No, it's not too late." I said, "I'm not going to be fined because first of all, I'm calling it out now. That's not what I said, but because I was stressed out listening to what she was saying, and I missed that she didn't have her mask on. I didn't serve her food, but it's a team effort. Everybody should be looking for the mask. But she herself knew she was not supposed to be coming in here with no mask. Okay? So it's easy to forget. It's easy to look past not having a mask, but this has been going on for a long time. Wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask. So for her to be a regular and come in, and she just straight out and said, "I forgot." She didn't say, "Oops, I forgot. I realized." She said she left it at home. She forgot to bring her mask, and she still came into Burger King, and she's a regular. So this is also dealing with this. I connect this with the coronavirus and spreading diseases, because when you're not willing to follow the most basic rules in reference to how venereal diseases are spread, viruses are spread, and they are sexually, then you see how these diseases are spread purposely or done. I'm not saying she is doing this or nothing like that, but I see how these things are spread purposely or done without our knowledge, because literally I'm seeing people deliberately obviously come into Burger King with no mask on, when for instance you could just come on the clock. You're thinking, you're trying to get things together, you're trying to get your rhythm together, and someone comes into Burger King after months and months and months of Maryland saying everybody needs to wear a mask, trying to catch you off guard. And then if you know that you're among a telepathic community, which that too emphasize how it's done purposely. So once again, I connect the dots, Islam, to why venereal diseases and viruses that are spread sexually are so high in some states, or just in the United States jurisdiction, period. Islam, because this is a basic prevention. This is preventing. This is basic. Just wear your mask. That's basic prevention. But when you are used to do things purposely, okay, then you don't care. That is a basic prevention of maintaining physical health, which is connected to mental health. That's basic. So anyway, the guy that that's another regular, he's a black male, he came into Burger King today. He still wants to be charged for a small, and Miss Phyllis says okay. She gave him a medium. I told Miss Phyllis, I said I don't want to be a part of it. I have a question. She said she gave it to him, it's fine. I said she said, nobody, don't worry about it or something. You're not important. I said okay, I think I'm important. I'm an employee. I don't want to be questioned when Burger King is trying to stay above water. Okay, and this guy is coming into Burger King. He already lied and said I didn't give him his change, and I did give him his change, which caused my register to be short. My register had never been short since 2016. Thomas was the manager, and I caught it, but he had already left. He lied and said that I did not give him his change, but once again I was busy. And he's a regular that you sit at the regular table with those that apply to be connected to the military and Navy, the Army. And when he said that, I just took his word. Then I thought for a moment as he was walking out the door, I said, wait a minute, I think I gave him a chance. And so Thomas and I went back and forth, and he said, you have and he count the drawer. He didn't want to count the drawer then. He said it was too busy or something like that. But sure enough, my drawer was short, so he lied. And he's still coming into Burger King now, getting what he ordering a small, after he basically stole almost $12 from Burger King, because he said I didn't give him his change, and I did. So he stole almost $12 from Burger King. Okay, and so now he's still coming in and he's ordering a small cup. When Miss Phyllis, the manager, says it's okay to give him a medium, she gives him the medium. I don't give him the medium. She gives him the medium. I just told her I don't want to be a part of it. So this is where I'm at right now, Islam. And I'm stating this because it's important, because it's I don't want to be fined, and I don't want to be a part of someone saying that we're not doing what we are supposed to do to help prevent the spread of this COVID-19 pandemic, this coronavirus. Me myself, I try to maintain mental health, spiritual health, and physical health. Just on Monday, I felt mentally I wasn't feeling balanced, and I was not feeling well. And it wasn't that I was my temperature was 96.8. It wasn't physically. So I asked Miss Phyllis, I said, if you have enough people, if you need to send someone home, I'll go home. And she said no. She said, I can tell you right now I don't have enough people. I said okay, well I'll stay. I said, but what I would like to do is go ahead and take the next day off, even though I'm on the schedule. Can you go ahead and plan for someone to come in for me? She said, go ahead and leave then. And I said okay. I said sure, I could wait. I just need to just have tomorrow off then, because I knew I wasn't feeling well. And she told me to leave anyway. I said okay, no problem. But I did say I can stay, but can you have arrangements for someone else to come in so that you won't be short. And so I remember, so this was Monday. So mental balance is important along with physical balance and physical health. So this sort of made me irritated, extremely irritated, because when you know that viruses, radiation, and other things, diseases can be spread purposely because people are imbalanced, mentally ill, and they don't care. This demonstrates how it's done. If you know you're supposed to wear a mask, and that person and that company can be fined, and you still come into Burger King, you still come into a restaurant purposely to without wearing a mask, or you still trying to do things because they have did tests and showed that the coronavirus is possibly was found in semen. The coronavirus was found in semen of some males. So if you still trying and you still deliberately doing things such as this, then just like the syphilis disease that was spread in Alabama purposely, that was documented. It was spread. It was an experiment. The syphilis disease was spread purposely in Alabama amongst the quote unquote black African American community. You never would think that someone would do it purposely, or an African American male or female would be in on it, but that could have happened, and that was not documented. I'm not once again saying this lady did this purposely, but she admitted that she forgot her mask at home or forgot it somewhere, and she still came into Burger King. So that's the irritation. That is irritating because the United States is not considered healthy according to many healthy nations. So that's the irritation, Islam. I'll talk to you later. And so it's not, and when I say healthy, it's rated 35 in some statistics. That's dealing with mental health, which is connected to physical health. And you know that's connected to venereal diseases and other diseases that are being spread and purposely, because you have imbalanced, mentally ill experiments out here doing this purposely. Islam. And that's the truth. And this is June the 17th, 2020. So Imani and I woke up. There's still someone outside around the room saying Burger King or saying I love you, like a mumbling. I noticed when I try to do like Earth Sky or something astrology form in reference to my mind, they still saying brother. Or the United States Navy or Army commercials will come up automatically on my tablet. Something is mumbling like a robot, like a humanoid robot outside and around the room. Today, Imani and I are going to check our rent to make sure, because the rent payments were not showing or was not displaying that we paid our rent. So, and I didn't understand why. But I kept the receipt, and I'm going to go over the rent with American Extended Stay to make sure it's right. Islam. And so once again, I think the first time I documented possibly someone maybe coming in purposely or not, or being so busy you don't catch it, was maybe a month and a half ago when we first started having to wear the mask. And so just now, once again, I'm having to document something like this. And I caught it, but you know, it's easy to not catch it when you are busy and you're trying to take an order, you're trying to think of other things you need to do. It's easy, but that should be reliance on not just us as a team, but just the population in general should want to do it. And so if they're not able to do the basic prevention or don't want to do it, you see how someone is talking about, for instance, I gave testimony of Khalid Muhammad saying Annapolis has a high rate of herpes. You see how herpes is being spread. Islam. And so not only if they have herpes and they're trying to talk to you or trying to rap or flirt with you, they probably have something more. Islam. This is not just in Annapolis once again, but I remember that giving testimony about that. They probably have something more deadly than herpes. Islam.